Danger Dolan. From animals that are made for speed to the fastest movement we know of, we count the 15 fastest things known to mankind.
Number 15.
The fastest human, Usain Bolt, is a Jamaican sprinter that holds the world record for both the 100 and 200 meter sprint by running at 44.7 kilometers per hour. The thing that's remarkable about Usain, apart from his running speed, is his last name, Bolt, because aren't coincidences just great? In addition to loving some reggae, he is Jamaican after all. Bolt loves some cricket and claims that if he weren't a sprinter, he would love to play cricket.
Number 14.
The fastest underwater animal. While we really don't know that much about the ocean at large, we do know that the sailfish is the fastest we've found so far, and it destroys Bolt's speeds with a tremendous 110 kilometers per hour. The sail that gives it its name has nothing to do with how fast it swims, but instead has to do with appearing larger to predators. While it's already big at an average of 1.35 meters long, there's always going to be a bigger fish. That is, unless you're a whale. The sailfish has a major advantage in the ocean. It doesn't taste any good to people, and it isn't popularly used in any medicine, thus keeping them away from the ever-growing endangered list despite there being a popular trophy fish.
Number 13.
The fastest land animal. The cheetah is faster than the sailfish, but only by 10 kilometers per hour. But that shouldn't detract from appreciating its amazing speeds when it sprints. Just about everything in its anatomy has evolved to facilitate its running speed. However, it can't run fast for very long, so it needs to be relatively close to its prey before beginning the hunt. Even though I most definitely wouldn't want to be at its target, the cheetah is relatively poorly equipped to deal with predators. Their main defense against them is to simply run away.
Number 12.
The fastest animal. Now we come to the pinnacle of speed in the animal kingdom, the Peregrine Falcon, which can achieve 389 kilometers per hour, well over triple the cheetah's maximum speed. These falcons are incredibly adaptable and can be found nearly everywhere on Earth except for New Zealand and in close proximity to the North and South Poles. They mostly feed on other birds, but will occasionally eat small lizards and mammals. Their main downfall is pesticides, which have driven them to endangerment in various areas around the world.
Number 11.
The fastest land vehicle. Now we come soaring from the skies and back onto the ground with the Thrust SSC, which holds the world land speed record at 1,228 kilometers per hour, and was the first car to officially break the sound barrier. Although you can hardly call this vehicle a car when you look at it, it's more of a jet that was designed to stay on the ground than a car that you might drive to the shop or even on a race course, as I doubt it could take a corner. The engine in this thing is so powerful that when attached to an appropriate vehicle, it could hold 100 passengers for a range of over 3,200 kilometers.
Number 10.
The BrahMos is the fastest missile on Earth with a max speed of Mach 3. That's over 1,000 meters per second. That's roughly 3 times the speed of your average bullet. If this thing is coming at you, you're not gonna dodge it unless you are in fact the Flash. Of course, there is a downside to this missile. It can't go inter-country or any of that nonsense, but it can still go pretty far. Has a range of 300 to 500 kilometers, not too shabby. But the blistering speeds just aren't enough for India. They're currently working on an improvement that will increase its speed by more than double, with the new version going Mach 7 or 2,382 meters per second.
Number 9.
The fastest manned vehicle. This is the fastest a human has ever gone, ever. Unless we somehow came from a group of aliens, that is. And in order to achieve speeds of over 11,000 meters per second, we had to go to the moon, because the fastest manned vehicle is the Apollo 10 spacecraft. That's right, it wasn't the Apollo 11 because it didn't actually land on the moon and instead orbited it, allowing it to retain the velocity of its original launch and slingshot out of Earth's orbit. Apollo 10 was also the first mission to be broadcast on color TV live from space, which is also pretty cool. Because let's face it, the fact that it had almost gone to the moon but didn't stop definitely detracts from its cool factor more than a little.
Number 8.
Fastest man-made object. Now when you get to speeds of this magnitude, calculating the actual speed becomes an issue of relativity. Not Einstein or anything, although that is technically involved, but the speed in relation to the object it's moving away from or towards. The Helios 2 probe reached speeds of over 70,000 meters per second in relation to the Sun. Its mission was to orbit the sun in order to observe and report data about our lovable nuclear heater. The Helios probes were currently in retirement, basking in the glorious sun, just doing their thing, orbiting around the happiest ball of burning hydrogen in the universe.
Number 7.
The fastest computer. Now we take a short break from things actually moving and move towards computation instead, because super fast processing power is just as cool as sending a probe to the sun. Okay, not really, but it's still pretty damn cool. The Tian 2, or however you pronounce this, is the world's fastest supercomputer with a computational power of 33.86 petaflops, which is thousands of times faster than an iPhone or Samsung Galaxy. A supercomputer is a massive array of different computers all hooked up to work together as one machine, oftentimes taking up more size than a prehistoric 60s computer.
Number 6.
The fastest moving star in the galaxy. Now we haven't gone and named this star unless you count US 708 as a name, so I'm going to name him Jimmy. Jimmy has achieved an astronomical speed of 1200 kilometers per second. To put it in perspective, you could travel to the moon in 5 minutes at that speed. It's thought that Jimmy achieved this amazing speed by orbiting another star that collapsed and then exploded into a supernova, whizzing it through the galaxy so fast that it's possible he will reach the edge of the observable universe in his lifetime. In addition to Jimmy hurtling through the universe at record-breaking speeds, if the aforementioned theory is true, then he was orbiting his sun-sized binary star every 10 minutes.
Number 5.
The fastest spinning star, PSR J174824468D, or as I like to call her, Allie D, is the fastest spinning star that humans have found yet, and she spins at a mind-blowing 70,000 kilometers per second. Allie D is a pulsar, which is a special type of neutron star, which are the highly dense leftovers of a supernova. Seriously, a matchbox containing LED's materials would weigh over 4 trillion metric tons of Earth rock. LED is a petite star with a thin 16-kilometer waistline, although thanks to her big bones she weighs just under 2 times the mass of our sun.
Number 4.
The fastest man-propelled object. Now we come to the absolute pinnacle of human ingenuity and lust for science, the Large Hadron Collider, or LHC for short. The LHC propels and collides protons, which are positively charged subatomic particles, in order to explore the undeniably weird world of quantum mechanics, including finding the elusive Higgs boson. These particles move at 299,000 meters per second, which is just insane. It's so fast that it only takes a proton 90 microseconds to travel around the massive 17-kilometer ring that makes up the LHC.
Number 3.
The fastest matter in the universe. Now we go dark, very dark. In fact, now we enter the realm of the darkest objects in the universe, black holes, but more specifically supermassive black holes, or quasars. Actually, we're going to go even more specific than that, blazars. Blazars are incredibly dense quasars, so dense that they have the power to shoot out plasma through their otherwise inescapable gravity. This plasma can travel at speeds even faster than the LHC, making them reach 99.99999% of the universal speed limit, the speed of light.
Number 2.
The fastest thing in the universe. Yep, you guessed it, it's light. Light is the fastest anything in the universe can go. But that's not the end of it. Because of the weirdness of special relativity from light's perspective, it actually moves everywhere instantly, or rather, it doesn't move at all. No thing in the universe can move faster than light. If it did, you would go backwards in time. You would see events happen all out of order, and basically you'd break the universe. Although light isn't special, it just happens to be the most common type of massless particle. And if you have no mass, you have no choice. You have to go the speed of light.
Number 1.
The fastest movement in the universe. So you might be thinking at this point that nothing could possibly be faster than light. I mean, I just told you exactly that, and you're right. But there is something that technically moves faster than light, and that is the universe itself. That's right, the very space-time fabric of the universe itself is expanding way faster than the speed of light. But this doesn't break the universe or anything, because it's really not expanding at any particular speed. To realize how this works, you should think of the stars and galaxy and everything in the universe as dots on a balloon. And when you blow air into the balloon, the dots get further away from each other, but they're not actually moving. It's confusing? Yep. Cool? You betcha. As for the actual speed, the further away things are from each other, the faster they move. So a galaxy that's 3.2 million light years away from us is moving at 70 kilometers per second, and a galaxy that's 6.4 million light years away is moving at 140 kilometers per second. That's it for this countdown, and have a good one!